Hello and welcome to Climbing Daily and welcome to the UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup in Saas-Fee. Now you guys have seen the highlight footage we've put up, you've seen the athletes crushing it, but what I wanted to talk about today is the people who aren't as obvious, the people behind the scenes who keep this tour on the road. So today I'm going to be looking around this incredible stadium and finding some unsung heroes. I have managed to find one of the most important and busiest men in the Saas-Fee arena this weekend, which is Toby. Now, Toby, you're a route setter for this competition. We're in your, I'm going to call it a cave. We're in the route setting cave. And there's so many holds that, me coming from a climbing background, I don't get to see that often. Talk to me a bit about the differences between climbing route setting and ice climbing route setting.
Actually, there are not that many differences. You're climbing with ice axes, so the holds can be really small. You cannot grab them by hand, but in the end it's the same game as in more common route setting. You try to make an interesting route, a difficult route, but not too hard, not too easy. They are the best of the world and we try to challenge them.
You said at the beginning of the interview the holds are too small to use the hands, but I've seen athletes occasionally sort of feel around with their ice axe and go nope, and then use their hand. So they can use their hand sometimes, or is it up to them?
Yeah, it's up to them. Sometimes it's easier because when you have the ice axe, it's like 30-40 centimeters lower. So if you're able to grab the hold, you're 30 centimeters higher. And as you know, it's a huge difference, 30 centimeters for a World Cup, closer or farther away.
Mate, thank you so much for all your hard work. I watch you guys running around and I cannot wait to see the finals because Saas-Fee is one of the most stunning venues.
More pressure, even more pressure now.
I'm expecting ice dynos, backflips, just a whole lot. Is that in there?
Yeah, we try. Okay. We try.
No round of 16, it's just fine. 16, fine.
So we've come away from the cold of the car park into the sort of the hub for you guys, the organisers of this event. This is Rob Adey, he is the event coordinator for the UIAA Ice Climbing World Cups. So first of all, what does that job involve?
So basically my role is the liaison between the judges, the route setters, the athletes, the local organisers, the anti-doping team, the live stream crew. So if those guys have any problems or any issues, they basically come to me and we try and work it out together.
And then TV camera wise, because obviously we're here doing a little highlights video, but you guys are live streaming it, you've got multiple cameras going on, multiple streams. Who are you trying to reach with this and where do people watch the UIAA events?
So traditionally we've normally been online and we know we broadcast to our own YouTube and Facebook, also through other media partners such as yourselves and Extreme Media. But also this year we're working with a media company in London called Boulder Creek, who is going to help us with distribution on terrestrial TV as well. So that's a new thing for us.
It's one of those funny things, isn't it? Because you could do everything perfectly and every athlete could have a bad day and it would be a rubbish event. So, you know, it must be amazing to watch someone like, for example, Yannick backflipping off the top of things when he completes stuff. There's little moments, those golden moments that really make an event.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get one of two of those a season, and when they happen, it's it just sends tingles down the spine. It's really cool.
Well, Rob, thank you for putting on this event and all of the events throughout the season. It's something I really enjoy watching and coming to, so thank you very much.
No problem. Hope you enjoy it.
Now, putting on a big event like this costs money, and that's why sponsors are very important. And Outdoor Research are one of the sponsors for the UIAA. And I'm here with Harriet, who is representing Outdoor Research today. So first of all, why do you guys support the UIAA?
So we're the title sponsor for all the International World Cup events for ice climbing, which for us is really a great thing to be involved with. We make products specifically for ice climbing, and this event here in Saas-Fee is particularly nice for us because Outdoor Research Europe is based in Switzerland, so we get to come here and put up our tent and meet all the people involved and just kind of come out and have a good time.
And presumably as well, you know, you give money to the UIAA and in turn your products are represented, the athletes wear them sometimes perhaps, and people can see that they're used at the highest level of performance.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the aspects of our sponsorship is obviously it's the visibility. We get to have our logo at all of the events all around the world, which really gets our brand out there to a lot of people, and especially to a lot of ice climbers. We also get to provide the product to the staff at all the events, and as you've seen, a lot of the athletes are using our product also, which for us that's a really great accolade of what our products are really made for.
Very fast start, going at it hard from this Korean athlete. If he can maintain that form without the mistakes, definitely in contention.
This is Tarkin, and Tarkin is the live stream commentator for the UIAA ice climbing events. You're not speaking right now, we're not being live streamed, it's all good. But Tarkin, how did you get involved in this line of work?
So I used to work for Red Bull, and so I've worked with a few of their events, like the Red Bull X Alps, which is a paragliding adventure race across the Alps. I'm the live reporter of that. And then I sort of heard about this, and then got chatting to Rob, and seemed like a good opportunity. So it's fantastic to be involved.
Once that live stream ticks down and it's time to go, it's unstoppable, isn't it? You know there's a date, and at a certain time on that date you are going to go live to the world potentially. Does that play on your mind, and how do you deal with that?
Oh, the hours leading up to it are absolutely terrifying, and the time, I swear, goes so speeds up in the lead up, and just getting the first little bit out is terrifying. But once that's clear, you can actually relax and actually get into it.
I have managed to find Gabby, and Gabby, I reckon you do the most stressful job here on the UIAA tour, because you are one of the belayers for the competition. So what is the best thing about being a UIAA belayer in your opinion?
You get to meet the athletes really close up. You sense their nervousness. I mean, even the biggest cracks are really, really nervous, especially in the qualification, because they have a lot to lose. And yeah, the lesser skilled climbers, they are really trying so hard, and you never really know when they're gonna fall. So qualification actually is the most entertaining probably for the belayer.
Come on.
Now, of course, a UIAA event wouldn't be able to take place without the athletes, and I've got a top one next to me. This is Yannick Letarte. Yannick, you've won World Cups, you've backflipped off the top of stadiums. You are a bit of a legend on the scene.
When you say that, it's okay, yeah.
He turns a full 360 degrees to face the crowd and launches, and he sticks it! Ladies and gentlemen, Yannick Letarte is one of the true greats of this sport, and he's only 21 years old.
The UIAA season goes all around the world. China a couple of weeks ago, now we're in Europe. How difficult is that to adjust your body to different time zones, different food, weird hotels? It's got to be a struggle.
Yeah, that's the main part actually. Also for me, I'm like based here in Switzerland with like fresh air, good cheese and stuff, and so then I have to go to China, Korea, where it's just different. And it's okay, and you get used to it, and I think it's always, when you do it a couple of years, it's way easier because you know exactly where to go to eat, where to sleep, and that makes it easier.
There's a nice community feeling on tour. You've got all the teams here supporting you. How important is that to you, to have that feel when you're an athlete?
It's cool to have like that familiar feeling on the tour with all the other athletes and stuff, but I'm like more the guy who's climbing alpine stuff and being alone actually, and so for me sometimes it's getting kind of too much. So I'm always excited to go home and doing some ski touring for my own or whatever, just to lose my mind.
There are a lot of people working incredibly hard to make sure that everything runs smoothly, and honestly I find it really humbling. You don't see the work that gets put in by some of these guys, and thank you very much to everyone who puts in the hours to ensure that ice climbing gets seen by you guys on the internet. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you check out our highlight footage of the SASFE event. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.